but today's going to be a little different because I really want you to go inward. Okay, this is an inward practice. This is a I need to connect with myself kind of practice. Okay, and so I want it to be more of like a moving meditation. Sometimes it's more fitness because it is the fitness part of Chinese medicine. And the reason why we're gathering today is because it is a black tiger water year, month, day, and we just finished the hour. Okay, what does this even mean? Is it important? Well, I don't call myself very woo-woo, although it sounds very woo-woo in the fact that Chinese, they go to the temples during this time period to pray to and meditate to the god of wealth. And that means health, right? Health is wealth. It could be actual money. Yes, absolutely. So what we're going to do today is we're going to bask in the tiger chi. We are going to bask in the water chi. We're going to be doing specific forms to cultivate the water element within you and the tiger energy, which is the wood element. Okay. And you can take whatever you want. There's no right way to do it. The forms are not exact. It's about you tuning in. Where does the chi want to move? And if it wants to flow a certain way with your hand or body, awesome. Okay. Most of us are just not paying attention to anybody else, just for yourself. Okay. Any questions before we start? All right. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. Good. Taking some nice, slow, relaxed breaths. And wherever your hands fall on your low back, we're knocking on the door of life, right? So this is the kidneys. We're going to stoke a little bit of the fire, waking up the chi here. Good. Just say thank you for this amazing body temple, the resilience and intelligence it has. Thank yourself for getting yourself here. Good. Let's bring it to the front and knock on the chest. So we're stimulating the lungs, stimulating a nice deeper inhale here. Good. Breathing into that chest. Get that clean chin chi going. Good. Notice the elements around you. We got that beautiful sun warming that body. For some of you, you have that feet, planted on the earth, feeling held. And of course, that ocean, washing away your thoughts, becoming more present or just right now. Let's slow it down. Good. Hands over the belly. Good. Eyes shut. I want you to set your intention for your practice today. As an offering, we want to stay awake and direct our attention to the place in our life, place in our bodies where we need the most love. Make a commitment to say, yes, I promise to put more attention and more love in this area. Good. All right. Since it's under 50 degrees, we're going to start with the chi cappuccino. So we are going to be breathing in. Good. Hands together and exhale. Bring those elbows right into that inner knee. Good. Flat back, neutral cervical spine here. Pressing the knees out with the elbows. Good. Breathing into that low back. It's a micro movement. Good. Finding this relaxed strength here. We're going to prepare ourselves for doing some tiger moves today. If you feel like your legs are shaking, you can either breathe through it or you can put your hands on your knees and curl on up to standing. Good. Couple more breaths here. We're trying to build the fire, build the yang in the body here. working through the earth channels, which is the stomach and spleen, which govern the muscles. We're going to drop our tailbone, release our hands, and we're going to do some fire breathing. In the nose, out the mouth. Good. Hands on the knees and roll on up. Good. Feel that chi rising, the yang rising. Good. Let's open up the spine. Let's make sure the central nervous system is open. So we're going to inhale, spread those wings, chin to the chest, tuck the tailbone, round the upper back. Good. Going at your own pace with your breath. We don't want to be doing any movement unless we're breathing. So you might pause at the bottom of the exhale. Good. Spinal cord breathing, creating a pump with that brain and spinal cord, getting that cerebral spinal fluid to go, that blood and chi to nourish, to make sure all the communication centers are open. Good. Breathing in. Good. Arching out. Chin to the chest. Really feel your spine. Feel the movement of the spine opening up. You know, off the spinal cord, that's the communication center to all your vital organs. Good. Okay, let's go to the side. So opening up that liver gallbladder meridian now. So liver gallbladder is the wood element, which is the spring, which we are entering soon, but it's also the wood element is the tiger. So we're going to want to open that side. There's definitely parts of our body that we ignore. We're wanting to make sure that we're having every cell on board here. Good. Breathing in, spread those wings. Feel that twist, using your breath, opening up the channels. We're able to turn any sort of stress in the body into energy, into vitality, using our breath, using our intention, and guiding the chi with our movement. And relax. Good. Let's just relax the shoulders. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Good. Stay with the breath. Good. Pumping the legs. Good. Creating some warmth here. The weightlessness of the arms. Good. Clearing out your aura, clearing out the energy that might be in your space. Good. Let's go side to side. Inhale to the center. Good. Good. Wringing out the tension. Inhale back to center. Good. Find the weightlessness of the arms. Find that rhythm that feels good to your body. Good. And relax. Nice. Okay, let's go into some water. So we're gonna start with, let's just start with a nice easy inhale up to the collarbone and exhale down. Good. So in the beginning, it's nice to watch the movement, but once you feel like you have it, I want you to close your eyes for a couple of these and go within. We'll stay here for a minute. So water element, right? So we're technically still in the winter. And we're trying to find and mimic that feeling that's in nature, right? So the path of least resistance, going with the flow. Jump in the river that's flowing, don't create the river, right? So feel it. So open up that spine. You can do a little spinal wave. Good. So we're focusing on the kidney, and this is bringing up this front channel is called the conception vessel. Clearing it out. The kidney meridian ends at the bottom of the collarbone at kidney 27. So we're bringing that energy from the deepest part all the way up. So we have entered 2 years in the water element. Good. So we're going to slow it down a little bit. And the emotion is fear. And the other side of that is trust, faith, and listening to your internal wisdom. So when you're feeling the imbalanced emotion of water, which is fear, this is when we take a breath into the low back, breathing into the kidneys to remind ourselves to have faith and trust. And if you can't get there, the Qigong prescription is to sit still long enough to hear. That's why I brought the Whisper essential oil today, to hear internally the wisdom and the capital T truth on whatever it is that you have fear about. So we have the ability to transform emotion, which is not a bad thing. Any emotion is a good thing. So let's move into fountain. So we're just going to do this. You're going to feel the ripple now going through the body. You have an ability to transform that emotion, which is energy and motion, right? Emotion, into something useful. So you're not held by it and gripped by it. You get to decide 3 hours, 3 days, do I want to stay in fear? You get to decide on how long. It all serves a purpose. It's information, but it's how we name and interpret the information is important. Good. I want you to feel that ripple. Feel the softness. I'm not sure I understand. Feel the softness, right? Feel that. I want you to really be noticing how easy that feels and how I love this. This is one of my favorite ones. Just feels so good in the body. It feels so nourishing. Good. And relax. Good. Palms together. So the motion is this. So you're going to be looking in the opposite direction. Okay. Over the shoulder. So we can actually have feet together. So actually, why don't we start with feet together? Might be easier. And we're going to look in the opposite direction. So we're going to start to create some range of motion here. And we're going to keep it up at the head for a moment. Feeling the stretch. And then bringing it down a little bit through the heart. Good, and bring it down. Good, and now spread the legs. Wider stance here. Same thing, we're gonna start up top. Good, so the hands go to the left. You're looking over the right shoulder. And let's bring our attention back to our breath. Nice, relaxed inhale and relaxed exhale. And any moment you need to go within and bring that energy within to get in tune with how you feel, connected to your body, shut your eyes and tune in. This whole practice is to tune in. Most of the things in our life are to tune out. And you can lower it as we go down and bring our attention back to the breath. So we're putting our body in these certain configurations, right? These sacred geometry configurations to move the chi in the meridians. We're finding any place that feels stuck or tight or icky, breathing through it. Good, you can work your way up. Good, now we're gonna move our hands. We're gonna do more, and moving the ear to the shoulder. Good, more of a swimming dragon here. And you get to decide, right? So I can stretch my leg, you can be really dramatic. I want you to feel what feels good for you. finding that fluidity and creating a memory of this fluidity in life. When we feel stuck in our day, we wait 2 hours, the energy is going to be in a different meridian. That's why your morning is very different than your afternoon and very different from your evening. So we use these guiding principles, managing your schedule based on your chi. Yeah, good. And relax. Good. Let's breathe into the kidneys. So you can touch the kidneys or your hands can be off them. So I'm going to go ahead and touch mine. I'm going to slightly bend my knees. And I can engage my abs a little bit and then try to breathe into the palms. Kidney breathing. We always focus on the yin organ. So we're focusing on the kidneys today because it's associated with the water element. Good. And go ahead and rub your kidneys. Send some love to those kidneys and adrenals, the root system. Good. And let's do a little knocking. So knocking on the kidneys. You can knock up and down the spine, get the tailbone. Good. Breathing. Good. Knocking down the legs. So you can knock on the outside of the legs, which is the gallbladder, which helps the wood element. And you can also knock on the back of the legs, which is the urinary bladder, which is the water element. Are y'all warming up? Not too cold? Okay. Good. In the nose, out the mouth. Little shaking. Shaking is such a great tool we use in Chinese medicine. In the nose, out the mouth. Dispersing stagnant chi, getting rid of emotion like frustration, right? So we have a lot of that. I'll go into that liver, that wood element piece that's happening this year. In the nose, out the mouth. And so then you can also do fast or you can do slow. So whatever your body does. Good. Dog wags the tail. Just get that ear to the shoulder. So again, that motion, dog wag the tail. Good. Wanting to really put our body in different planes of motion to nourish and lubricate from the inside out these joints. Motion is lotion, right? I really like that phrase. All right. Rotate the wrist. So we are going to do something fun today in honor of the tiger chi. And I figured you guys are willing to play with me to do some tiger work. So nourishing the wrist. So yeah, open that up. Good. Just going to open up the major joints. So with the elbow in Qigong, we usually like to press on the elbow and we'll do like this lubrication. Doesn't do much for me. I usually will end up just knocking on it because the elbow only goes 2 directions, really, up and down. But shoulders are another standpoint. So let's go ahead and rotate. Leave no joint behind and back. I want to make sure you guys are open for tiger. So hip circles. Our most private, coveted area is the daimai, right? The belt channel. So pressing your thumbs in the back and releasing. Let's open this up for sexual health and vitality. We tend to protect ourselves here in sex and life on the dance floor. Other way. And I'm really wanting to make sure that our daimais are nice and open. Doesn't mean that you're open. Just means your daimai is open. If that makes sense. Good. Pressing on the low back and the kidneys and adrenals. In and out. You can move your thumb like an inch or two up and down, finding that place. Often for me, I like to go a little bit side to side, make sure I'm really open here. What happens when we protect ourselves here energetically is a slew of, unfortunately, medical conditions. So anywhere we protect energy, it's going to show up somewhere else. Good. That feels good. Good. Knees together. Let's do just a little knee circle here. So your hands on your knees can be really nourishing. Do some rubs. Good. Do other direction. Feels really good. And then let's finish with an ankle roll. So go in both directions. You can end with a point and flex. This is going to make sure we're nice and ready, and switch. Perfect. Okay. All right. So before we do tiger, before we activate the energy and bring it to the place we want in our life from an intention standpoint, we're going to make sure that all the meridians are open. So we did that through joint rotation, lubrication, which is a tendon Gong. But I want to make sure that we are actually using some mindfulness before we build up that energy and direct it. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is connect with ourselves. So let's go ahead and connect with ourselves. So we're going to exhale here. We're going to inhale up to the front. You can make a diamond, exhale out, and then around. Good. Embrace the tiger, return to the mountain. Good. Exhale out. Good. So once you got the movement, you can decide if you want to close your eyes for a moment. We want to embrace this tiger chi. The only animal in the kingdom that doesn't really have a competitor, right? Only for infection and illness really can take a tiger down. Tiger's all about heart and courage. It governs the muscles and certain systems. But as you know, the strength, right? They care about their black stripes, their orange stripes. There's so much pride, almost to a fault. Good, a couple more. Connect with your strength, connect with your courage. Giving out your love to the world. That may change this year. Good. Good. Cloudy hands. Staying with the fire, staying with the heart, staying with the connection to yourself. So what we're doing here, for those that are new, is that the top hand is clearing out those cords that are tied to any other human that are not pure. So clearing out the aura, the space, just clean that out. Anything that needs to be said, anything that's owed, anything that needs to be let go of. Not all animals play well together, and that's okay. The bottom hand is just skimming over water, right? So think about when we talk about the water element, I'm talking about your most private stillness, wise self. Nothing to do with your head or thinking. So you want a nice smooth flow here, cloudy hands. So I want you to think about not just connecting with your own heart, but yet, what do you love? What do you care most about? Who do you care most about? Think about how you give love, how you give in the world. Are people receiving you? And so this is really also clearing away your own heart chakra, that feel, that heart meridian, so it's pure. People can feel that when it comes from the root of you, which is that bottom hand, and out through the world, people can receive that it's genuine. And you have the ability, we're cultivating our ability to give more. So as we connect with what matters most to us, it becomes effortless. Good. Once we've connected to our heart, let's connect to the earth. So you're going to hold your hands and feel if there's a cord, feel the magnetic pull. So I actually like to bend my knees a little bit because I like to activate the muscles, which is the earth. And I sometimes obviously like to pump my hands and see if I can really feel that pull. Good. Let's do a movement. So we're going to sit back as our hands come out, and let's go ahead and continue to bring in that earth energy into our own, floating the hands out. Good. Reminding ourselves, the hands in this posture is just a reminder, a visual reminder of, oh, yeah, I'm taking in Mother Earth through food and nourishment, giving back, composting what I don't need. So this is about asking yourself, how can I serve myself better? How can I connect with Mother Earth better, which is connecting with food, connecting with my ability to receive more. Good. Breathing that in. We don't have our mothers, right? In the sense of like you were fed through the umbilical cord and then breast milk. So now we have to be fed by the gardens and by other ways of nourishment. So ask yourself, what are the ways in which I feel most nourished now in my life? And how can I really find better or new ways to serve myself and provide it for myself first? Good. We're taking responsibility for that, getting our needs met in that way. And that could even mean asking for help, but identifying that. Good. Hold the chi ball in the center. In Chinese medicine, we value eating with the seasons. Shopping locally at the farmer's market really provides that easy way to eat with the seasons. Good. You can pull your hands in and out a little bit. Feel that chi ball. Feel the heat in your hands, these healing hands. Good. So now that we've connected with that question, let's move into waterways. So this is the fun part. It feels like a dance move. You can do it in a lot of different ways, this one. So, we're here at the ocean. So, again, we're mimicking the ocean, mimicking the water. We're going to do the stillness point in a second, but this is connecting with your internal wisdom through the water element. So once you feel the fluidity, and everybody's water can move at a different speed, right? So some waters trickle, some gushes, some's like a tidal wave. Water will take whatever container you give it. So just feeling the ease and flow and grace. Good. And you're going to take your fingertips to about half inch, 2 inches. It's okay. You're going to be rubbing the last points on the kidney meridian. Okay. This is a spiritual point. We only needle the chest in very spiritual ways to get access. So go ahead and close your eyes. You don't have to rub them. Let's find stillness. Breathing into the kidneys and the low back. I want you to picture going all the way out to the ocean or in front of Monterey Bay, go really deep. Find the darkness and the stillness of the moment. And then you will hear perhaps a whisper, and then be physically and spiritually moved towards your intent. So I'm going to take a moment of silence for you to really connect with your internal wisdom to guide you to where should you be putting your attention and love and what's worthy of it this year. Good. And if nothing came in, your assignment is to go and sit still. And it could be an hour, it could be a week, keep going back to your mat. Go back to your meditation cushion or come sit here at the beach or in the redwoods and ask yourself, if you are not a full participant, you're either, serving two gods or just responding to everybody else's intent and dream. So we're going to finalize this with the wood element. So this is the inspiration. This is the vision, the clarity. So go ahead and follow me. So we're going to open up our eyes. We're going to turn and bring that energy, the root system of your ancestors, all the way up to the crown. Keep that portal open and exhale. So this is connecting with your vision. And again, we're also clearing this channel for clarity. So if your vision is open and do the portal. Otherwise, come up here and bring the energy here for clarity, third eye clarity, if that makes sense. So good. Pulling in the roots. This is the wood element. Bringing it in. Good. And exhale down. Nice. Good. Eyes open or closed. Good. Because the question here is your legacy. Yes, we pull our roots wide or deep or both, but what's mine to do? Not living your mom or dad's intention or dream. I think most of us are over that, hopefully. Otherwise, I'd be a cranberry grower on Cape Cod. Good. Pulling it in, calling it in. Good. So we are supporting the wood element. It's coming into the spring. It's that courage. The gallbladder gives you that courage, right? And the beautiful part is you transform this anger and frustration. That's the emotion of that wood element, right? You transform that into benevolence, inspiration, talking about what you see. And people will want to join that. The out of balance CEO is very yelling, right? Shouting, demanding, controlling. But the benevolent, the wise, the in touch is inspired. And people can feel that kind of wood energy, right? All about growth. Beautiful. So opening up the meridians for you to have nice, clear qi. We have a diagnosis in Chinese medicine, cloudy qi. So we're wanting to purify that. Good, let's embrace the tree. So you're gonna be breathing into your rib cage here. So tighten your abs, nice and relaxed. You have this relaxed body, but you're strong. You can breathe into the third eye as well. And I want to remind you that when you're feeling angry or frustrated or you're shouting, you can transform that into the clarity of vision. Sip back your power and direct it with intent and focus. And you will bear the fruits. Good, and relax. Good. So I think our chi is open. You guys ready for the tiger? All right, so this means getting our energy up a little bit. I wanted to start with more flow and water and meditative. I want you to get that rhythm, and obviously we're as close to water as we can. Now I want you to feel the wood element, to feel that we're cultivating tiger chi, okay? But tiger has a big heart. It's not about cultivating this chi and being like, I'm gonna barrel through and get what I want, right? It's big love, big heart energy. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring the energy up. We're just gonna start with inhaling, and then on the exhale, if you feel comfortable, you're creating a tiger energy. So we're going to do that a few times. Okay, so let's do it together. Squat down, and we're going to inhale up, make the claws, and you can roar however you want. I want you to do this. We're going to do this long enough to really feel the energy. You could transform it. It could be anger or frustration. It could be excitement. It's like finding your power, finding your strength, your courage. And I want feel the muscles, tighten the muscles too. Good, playful out here. Helps if you make the face. Good, 3 more. Good, last one. Good. All right, let's do the bow. So it looks like this. We're gonna breathe into the groin. Breathe in, right? All heart, right? And then breathe in, nice, and bring it back. Good, we're gonna do that again. You guys are so good. I'm sure you are too. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do a bunch of these because I really want you to feel that. I'm gonna feel it first. Okay. All right, ready? Bring it around. Let's go into it again. And bring it around. Inhale, exhale, find the relaxation and find your power. Breathe into that core. Bring it up to the heart. Good. Relax, inhale, find that relaxation, let it out. So this is return to the mountain. Good, few more. Bring it in. Good, relax. Good. Brace the tiger, return to the mountain, a little bit different. And again. Good, bring it around. Good. So you can either do hands over your heart, you can do the heart if you want, or a diamond. So feet together. This is called a little bit different. It's bamboo in the wind. and your eyes are shut, and you're going to do a little bit slight movements. You might actually naturally move side to side, but you're connecting with your heart and whatever feels appropriate for you. Connecting with your heart, what matters, purifying our heart, realizing we have big love. If we can only have the courage to give this big love. Circle back to the intention you made today for class and your time here. Good. So facing the sun, pulling down the heavens. So we're just breathing, we're inhaling up, and you can look at the sun if it doesn't hurt your eyes, and then you can exhale down. You can close your eyes or just bring your hands, your eyesight down to the sand. So we're inhaling up. So again, feeling that connection, heaven, man, earth, right? So we're breathing in the sun, the universe, God, energy into our body temple. We're feeling, we bend our knees, we're feeling our feet planted on the ground, but feeling how held we are. We are in between these poles of energy here. And if the universe is powerful and if the earth is powerful, that means you are equally as powerful. So we're reminding ourselves as we breathe in this light, as we become light, we use this posture of pulling down the heavens to receive the goodness that is our birthright. Taking a deeper breath in, expanding your capacity to receive with that breath. These bodies are a portal. And thank yourself for investing in yourself today. Good. Go ahead and just stand with your hands by your side, feeling all that you've cultivated in this body today. Yay. Well, I feel a little rusty, but I'm pretty excited about offering this every week. So I am glad you guys rallied. It was last minute. I'm glad my texting worked. And just stay tuned for an email or a text coming out. And I just really hope to be witnessing your cultivation this year and what that looks like. The last thing I'll say is, if you didn't come to my Chinese New Year talk, Tiger is all about a false start, right? So a lot of the times, things that people try to cultivate and manifest at the beginning of the year kind of peter out. So just know that. Just know that if things are trickling and you're finding your way, not until April, fourth moon, is where things really kind of solidify. So this is the cultivation time. This is the time to kind of bask in the spaciousness of what we kind of hopefully were thinking about the last couple of years. Who's important? What's important? You know, what do I want to spend my money on? I mean, even thinking about which companies you want to be in relationship with. That's why I'm switching all my software and really deciding, because we know that every money, every dollar ends up in Washington, not to be political. But I just really want to hear from you and how it's going, and just be gentle and kind. Just know that it's a very slow start. And then once June hits, full basking in the Tiger Chi of sun. Pretty beautiful energy this year. All right. Thank you, everybody.